last one is a long-term project we're calling the Security Division. Thanks to General Mahamatra Sino, we've been able to bring Dehya on as the instructor and Candace as the coordinator. They're putting together a combat test right now, but they should be back soon.
Hey, looking for us? I guess we showed up right on cue then. Wait, the Traveler and Paimon are joining as well? That makes things a whole lot easier.
Sorry for keeping you waiting, everyone. But we managed to bring back some good intel.
Intel? Huh, this is starting to sound intense.
Of course. What better way to protect the students than to sweep through the desert and rid it of all potential dangers? Not a bad plan, right? You in?
Not the best time for jokes, Dehya. Besides, when it comes to striking down danger, the Traveler is a man on a mission. He might take you up on that offer.
Defeating anything that might pose a threat? Oh, even if the Traveler worked non-stop, that could still take years. He'd have to stop traveling. Oh, Paimon doesn't even want to think about that. Time would be the least of our problems. Some dangers aren't visible to the naked eye, like the scorpions burrowed underground, or the terrifying raptors sleeping in the trees. You can't get rid of them until they jump out to attack you. For situations like these, we'd have to combine Madame Farason's recommendations with Amber's approach to scouting, calculating our chances of encountering enemies and our expected operation times.
Whoa, 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 pencils down, everyone. That was just a joke.
The Security Division's goal is a lot simpler, actually. We're just here to ensure that fieldwork teams include trained combat personnel. Some of this work has been entrusted to the Blazing Beasts and other mercenaries, but members of investigation teams who pass the combat test can also qualify. Before an investigation team is allowed to head into a dangerous area, the group must include at least 2 professionals who have passed the assessment. And Dehya and I were just out collecting intel on the best place to hold the test.
We found a domain filled with monsters and bandits of all levels. Hopefully, they don't mind us borrowing their stomping ground for a bit. It'll only cost a few smacks on the head.
Oh, so we just need to supervise, right?
That's right. Participant safety is our utmost priority. So we'll organize a group of capable personnel to take it in shifts.
We still need to figure out our testing metrics, though. Fighting is different from an actual exam, and there's no one right answer. Mercenaries like me, we all have our own style. That's not a problem in actual combat, but when it comes to teaching, we tend to stick too much to what we're used to. So, we need someone to give us a baseline. Someone who has the experience, but also takes a more flexible approach in combat.
Yeah, based on what you just described, the Traveler seems like the perfect person for the job.
Great. Working with you is always a pleasure, Traveler. Smooth as butter on a steak.
Don't forget about compensation for the Traveler and Paimon, Dehya. You agreed without doing the math first.
Ah, it's fine. We'll just split the funds Kale wrangled for us, 20-80. 10 for me, 10 for you, 80 for the 2 of them.
Wait, we're getting 80%?
Don't sweat it. We're just in charge of the long-term operations. You're the one setting the metrics for the whole thing. So I think we got the better end of the deal. We've talked about a partnership in the past, haven't we? Well then, consider this the perfect place to start.
Then I'll draw up a detailed overview of the compensation so it's clear for everyone.
That'd be great.
And don't worry, Miss Candace. About that piece of land you're leasing to the academia, the one used for grain storage, I managed to get them to agree to a 30% increase in their rent payment.
Oh, thank you. Those funds will go to fixing up some of the village facilities, which should make for a more comfortable experience when investigation teams stop there in the future. All right, we should finish up our arrangements for the combat test. Stop by our station when you're ready, Traveler.
See you soon.
Oh, you sure are the beating heart of this operation, Kale. You brought the whole gang together.
Oh, no. I'm just doing what I can. I still have so much to learn, so much work to coordinate. But for now, let's just give it our all.
You bet! We'll make the Fieldwise Center the best it can be!
Hey, ready to do some quality assurance on our test questions? Sure. Feels like it's been ages since we last saw each other. If we'd known you were coming, we would have prepared a whole welcome feast. All new recipes and everything. It's a funny story, actually. The last time I was in Fontaine, I brought a few cookbooks and some spices back with me. Then, I gave them to Candace, and she went into full chef mode, coming up with all sorts of new things. Like Romero thyme flour meat jerky mixed rice. At first glance, it looks no different than the usual Aru mixed rice. But then, it hits your tongue and, gah, you get that delicious meat, the hearty rice, and this super refreshing aftertaste, all without being greasy. It's a great way to refuel, and it's not too dry. Honestly, perfect for camping out in the desert.
I'm not against improving traditional cuisine. Within the bounds of reason, of course. After all, every ingredient is precious out in the desert. Nothing must go to waste.
Why didn't you accept that outfit from me then? Fabrics are a valuable resource too. I mean, I know I'm pretty casual and not the most fashionable, I guess. But I had someone help me pick it out. I'm sure nothing was wrong with the fit. In the end, it went to the girl in our merc band who does the accounting. She seemed to appreciate it at least.
I did appreciate it, Dehya. It was extremely thoughtful. But as the guardian of Aru Village, my goal is to blend in, not stand out. Besides, fine clothes should go to people who have an occasion to wear them. If your accountant is to represent the blazing beasts in business settings, she should have something to wear. That's why I recommended the clothes go to her.
Oh, why didn't you say so earlier? I thought you just didn't like what I picked out.
Well, seeing as the blazing beasts will be holing up in Aru Village for the foreseeable future, if you still want to offer something as thanks, you could bring us some bolts of cloth. I'm somewhat familiar with tailoring, and I could use them to fashion sand and dust-resistant cloaks for everyone. The fabric doesn't need to be expensive, just resistant to wear and tear. I trust your judgment on that. Don't worry, I'll think carefully about the shape and pattern when I make one for you. Then all will know that you are an esteemed guest of our village.
Oh man, I'm getting kind of excited. In that case, maybe I'll head to Liyue next. I've heard you can get some really nice fabric there without breaking the bank. Oh, and they've got a huge selection of silks as well, if that's what we're going for. But they've also got security in spades, so no merc work for us. We'll just be tourists, polite, well-behaved travelers. Once we're done here, I'll make a plan with the rest of the beasts. Hey, ready to do some quality assurance on our test questions? No worries. We'll start once you're in peak form.
Feel free to get some rest if you need it. We have more than enough time.